Well, hey everyone. Time for a special
Surprise.
surprise. Surprise. We're live. Um we're going to do a quick show. We're kind of calling it sort of a recap, I guess, kind of about from Sunday.
Yeah, we
Um
got we had such big news and such big show. We didn't really get to talk about the adventure maze, which we
no,
really wanted
no.
to. So thought we'd jump on for a few minutes and just talk about that. So
Yeah, just a
because
few
many
minutes.
people mentioned in the chat room we didn't get to get it because it was rolling so fast. What is the
Yeah.
GPS maze? We didn't really get to
Yeah.
touch on that, and that's not a 101 thing because it hasn't been around since 2015.
No. No, there's some cool stuff we found, and we want to talk about tonight that I don't think a lot of people knew about or understand. There's been some questions in the Facebook. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah,
That's what we're talking about right there.
yeah. Now, what's interesting about that, and we're going to get into tonight a little bit, is that is actually not what this is going to be. This is interesting because they're building this thing from scratch.
Right, but you still get
So-
the icon.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah.
the interesting thing is that this thing is not, because people are like, "Oh, I've been to the GPS Venture Maze. I don't need to go. I don't want to go again or whatever they're saying."
Like I've been to the mega. I
Yeah,
need to go to another mega.
right.
Yeah, you still get
But-
another. It's still another
Yeah,
one of them or whatever. So
yeah. You get another icon because it's another event. So it's not quite the same with that, but the thing
and I'd
that,
say most people, especially everybody since 2015, but most people don't have that icon. I know I don't.
right. I don't either.
So I would drive down there just for that,
Just to get
even
the
if there
icon.
wasn't a mega and
Right.
race car driving and all the others or Giga. They can't say that, but I can. Possibly
right.
a Giga, whatever.
Possible. They had a bunch of people. They really had a big boost of folks.
Oh, did they? I haven't
So,
checked it lately.
yeah, yeah. So
I know they were in the low 1700s before
yeah.
the announcement. So
Hey,
I don't know. Has anybody checked it lately and seen what they're up to?
let's take a quick look while we're talking about that. It's they had a bunch of people today join. Well, the last couple days they've had a bunch of people join. So
Let's see.
hey, folks in the chat room, glad to see you guys. Lost
See if
Boy
anybody in the
Rambler.
chat room knows. Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
surprise
for the new geocache, that's exactly
Right.
why we're jumping on tonight.
Yeah.
What is the GPS mate? So we're going to cover that real quick. We were just giving
Yeah.
a couple seconds for people to jump on, but and then Geo Woodstock, I can tell you what the attendance is up to, or the will attends are up to now.
Yeah.
That's only 1745, so it's gained another
It's-
30 or so.
Yeah, it has, which is
Oh,
good.
it was just
Well-
2 days ago though when the announcement came out. So
Right. So it's got some momentum now. It's got some legs.
I bet they'll get their 3,000.
Yeah. All right.
So let's jump right into it. What is the
Yes.
GPS maze?
GPS maze. So the GPS maze it's an exhibit, and and there's only been 28. This is something we really we were gonna. What's funny is we're gonna kind of talk about this on Sunday, but they had their own little thing that they were doing, and so it kind of worked out. I
Yeah.
didn't want to. I didn't want to
Well, it
interrupt
was big
them.
news, and we also had it on. It was a surprise, and we had it on during the travel
during the
bug. So
show. Yeah,
But-
there have been only 28 of them that
it's his
have
own type, cache type,
Right.
totally separate.
right. There've only been 28 that have had an icon. So there've been 20 in the U.S. There've been 6 in Canada and 2 in Europe that have had the Groundspeak has sort of deemed as having an icon.
Right.
The GPS Venture Maze represents attendance. This is interesting. Attendance and/or participation at the GPS Adventure Maze exhibit.
So you're supposed to go there and interact with this, and I think it's
Yeah.
what, like a 2,800. The last ones were like
Yeah.
a 2,800 square foot adventure GPS simulation thing.
right.
I've never been to one, so I've only read online what it is.
I've looked at photos. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to, you can always go back and look. I'll put in the show notes for this little show notes. I need to post the other show notes too, so hang with me. I'll get both put out on the website. But I'll list all the GPS mazes that have ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Any of them that had GC codes. So,
well, the funny thing with that too is listing all those, and we're going to go over tonight what they have been in the past, but they're building a brand new original one for Texas. So this is from scratch. It still qualifies, but it's going to be brand new. So nobody's done this one before.
Right. Yes. See, a lot of people were like, well, I've seen, I was in Canada.
Well, it'll be twice the size since it's in Texas.
The size,
Of course it will.
Of course it will. Here's the other thing that people don't, that I don't think, and well, I know it's never been done before, is they're going to have 10 lab caches inside the exhibit. I don't know how
they're in addition to the ones at the Mega. I would assume it is, right?
Yeah. Well, as on additional. Now, if they could go Giga, they could have 30 lab caches.
Oh my gosh.
So, and I don't know how they're going to work all this out as far as, I mean, it's all a little bit fresh. They signed the paperwork we found out about it. What day did we find out? It was like Wednesday of last week. I contacted Jesse and I said, hey, Jesse, Dee has contacted us and she is interested in doing an announcement. And I was like, okay. So what's this announcement? She goes, well, I'll get back to you on it. It's like, okay, great. Well, I don't know. I sort of on blind faith said, sure, Dee, take 15 minutes of our show. That's fine. And it worked out great. But yeah, she contacted us Wednesday, I guess, of last week. I'm looking at it now. Yeah. It was
we get to use the new Lab Cache app while we're down there too.
Yeah, it was Wednesday. Wednesday, she contacts me. She writes me, if we needed like 15 minutes of airtime this Sunday, would it be possible? Not sure yet, but checking. And I said, announcement? Question mark. She goes, yes. I go, sure. So anyway, so yeah, Vince and Brian, TTO2. It's not a 0, it's an O, in case you're wondering, if you want to go contact him. And BE Viking. They're building that thing literally from scratch.
That's going to be crazy too.
It is crazy. So you're looking at something really kind of, I don't know, it's kind of unique. I mean, if they're building it.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like it's a competitive type thing. It sounds like it's more of an interactive exhibit.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be fun, but it's not like an escape room where you're trying to
beat
people
it's not,
or any of that other stuff. It sounds like it's just going to be a neat, interactive, and they're going to have all kinds of stuff. Plus, the lab caches will be interactive with what they've got going. So, it would be a neat event just by itself, right?
Yeah. Now, the original GPS maze, it says the GPS Adventures Maze is a traveling educational exhibit developed to teach people of all ages about navigation, GPS technology, and geocaching. A hands-on experience that features GPS technology, its history, current uses, and future possibilities. It simulates geocaching by leading visitors through a 2,500 square foot maze, rich with interactive experiences. GPS Adventures was created by Groundspeak, so forth and so on. First one, the last time it was in the U.S. was June 2nd, 2014, and that one was in Alabama. So that was basically 5 years ago. And the last one that was anywhere that was in the world was the GPS Adventure Maze Exhibit Discovery Center in Nova Scotia, Canada, and that was September of 2015.
You know how far Nova Scotia is from either one of us, right?
Right.
I was actually looking and trying to figure out a way to get out there for it.
Oh, wow.
I was going to drive, which is I think 3
days,
3 weeks to drive out there or something. I don't know, but it was something insane.
3 or 4 days of straight driving without stopping, probably.
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to take off 10 days of work to drive out to this thing and do it.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Now I don't have to. I get to get one down in Texas. So it's only 11 hours away. So that's not too bad. Yeah.
Now, couple of things that are different we want people to be aware of is the fact that all the ones in the past have gone for 3 months or a month. Or this one's basically 3 days.
But really 4. And that's what the coolest thing is, I think.
Really 4. Friday.
For the open public, it's 3 days.
Yes.
But there is a chance to get in early.
Yeah. So on Friday, if you're a VIP package holder, you can get in starting at 3 p.m. and it's going to go to 8 p.m. on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, it's from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then on Monday, it's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So they mentioned on the show that they might want locals who, you know, are interested to come on Monday if possible, which is Memorial Day, which most people have most people in America have Memorial Day off. So.
Ain't nobody waiting until Monday.
Ain't nobody waiting until Monday.
Stop. Well, you know that. There's an icon. You're not going to take a chance of not getting it. Stop.
No.
Now, I'll be getting the VIP package because I'm going in first. I ain't taking a chance of not being able to get into it. Right. I don't care. I'm going to be stingy. I'm going to get in line as early as I can, and I'm getting that icon. That's the whole reason for going down there.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not. I was going down there anyway, but I mean,
go there anyway.
That's cemented it for sure right there, though.
Absolutely.
But like Francis is talking about going and doing an icon run that day, that is the perfect opportunity for it.
Yeah, it is.
You can't. So just the GPS Adventure Maze and the lab caches,
right?
Potentially a Giga. There'll be events there too. All the other cache types will be there.
I think we figured out. Yeah, they're going to do. Hey, you like this, Jesse? There's going to be a special Where I Go. They're putting together.
Oh, nice. Yeah, all right.
For the event, they're stacking every one that they possibly can. So they are doing all the icon stacking that they could possibly do. Now, if you add
there's a webcam. If you go for the webcam, you could do that. Yep. Be there at like midnight and drive over.
Yep.
Because you can do it in the dark. I've done that one already, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but you can do that one in the dark, right out front of the little station that it's at.
Yep. Downtown. Yeah, it's at the downtown area in Oklahoma, and it's doable. You're in a city, you're in a town, but
town. Yeah,
it's a town. It's doable. Susan and I, it's actually.
We did it at night and pulled up right in front of the building. It was easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right by the police station or some kind of government building too. But they know. I mean, it's obvious.
Actually, it's in the book I did. Anyway, but you can do. I think it'd be 13 icons. Did I get that?
And know, there's one that's missing. That there's a possibility if somebody was creative enough, they could do it.
Oh, like a Ceto?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. Outside of town, somewhere in between the webcam and the event, have a Ceto like in the morning on the way.
Ceto, yeah,
like maybe right outside of Denny's or something, something
right?
Like that.
Something like that. But put together a Ceto. So
if you did it far enough away, you could have them all that day.
Yeah, and there's plenty of space. You could. I mean, there's plenty of.
It's Texas, it's huge.
It's huge. You could do it. So yeah, well, like we were at Moga, there was a Ceto, but it was a drive. I know Sodak Zach did it. He had to drive over and do, he drove over, got the Ceto, drove back in.
I've done that before too on Icon Run days.
Yeah,
I've done it. Drove to the next state over, and so anyway, getting back to the maze.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing about the maze is, to me, are the possibilities for it. Since we haven't had one since 2015, and the whole premise of the maze is to kind of show people and general public and families and everything, besides the cachers, kind of what geocaching is. Yeah. Think how much stuff has been added since 2015.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, AR caches, there's a lot of stuff it's going to be different and updated, right? Since then. Back then, it was primarily really heavy on the GPS. I'm wondering how much it's going to reflect the phone now.
Well, that's the thing is I think that since they're building this thing like completely themselves, I think that it's going to be completely different than, and I think that they're kind of feel like they're at liberty to kind of do whatever they want to do. I mean, they can kind of, in fact, they're even kind of suggesting for people to send them, ideas for the event. So anyway, here's some more information. So do you have to register? Yes. You can register for the event at many levels, purchase related items at the website. There's a free registration, of course, is available. You want to go to gpsmaze.us for more information and stay up to date on what's going on with the thing. Registering for the GPS Maze is not registering for Geo Woodstock. Each event needs a separate registration by attendees. It is indoors. It's going to be at Texas Wesleyan University's Lou's Place. So Google Texas Wesleyan University. Again, it'll be in the show notes, but I'll throw it in the chat room in case anybody wants to take a quick look at that. If I could cut and paste today. There we go. Cut, paste. So Texas Wesleyan University.
It's important to note that it's open for everybody too, right?
Yeah. Oh, so Pods in the Mud.
Kids, people of all abilities. I think it'll be family friendly. I mean, most geocaching stuff is anyway, right? But it's its own whole separate event. And the thing is, we know what the former ones were. They were mazes, they were exhibits, they were interactive. And that was even before they had lab caches and stuff. So this is going to be way more interactive, but we actually don't know what this one's going to be like yet.
No, there is some information. Again, I'm kind of going through a little bit of it. It says the organizers feel it should take about 10 to 18 minutes to complete, depending on how long it takes you to complete the lab caches and how much information you want to gather.
All of it.
All of it. Yeah. It is wheelchair accessible. I talked to Roger Woods, our buddy that we had on. I forget how many shows back it was. I've slept since then, but we had Roger Woods on talking about wheelchair. He's disabled, and he was asking me the other day about wheelchair accessibility, and he checked. And of course, yes, it is wheelchair accessible. He goes, yeah. There is, it is its own icon, and if you go look on your page, most people didn't even realize what it was. I mean, don't you think? I mean, I guess it's kind of crazy, but yet, I guess it's not crazy. A lot of people don't know what it is.
Currently, the most rare icon, right?
Yeah.
Well, outside of it is the most rare icon, and here's why I'll justify that. There's two other icons that are both extremely rare, right? Geocaching Headquarters, and the Ape Cache. There's two Ape Caches,
right?
And they're always available. And there's one Headquarters, and it's always available.
True.
There's one of these, and it's only available for 3 days or 4 days.
Right.
So, in my opinion, that makes it more rare than those other two.
Yeah, it hasn't been around. Like you said, the Ape Cache and the GC Headquarters for the last 5 years have been available in some form. I mean, the Brazil one's always been available.
But now it's a lot more accessible with the one in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Which I still don't have yet, but I got to go get it.
This falls into an interesting category because there are other icons. If you go look at the list of icons, there are other icons that you may not have, but you'll never get them because they'll never be active unless you got them originally, which is the locationless caches, the 10-year event, which was a 10-year event icon. That's not going to come back unless it comes back as a 20-year event, which
could be coming up.
Could be. Now, would they use the same icon? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it'd be different. It'd be a 20-year event icon.
I guess it'd be a 20-year event, right? But I don't know if they want to do another icon. See, that's the thing. I'm not sure.
They have to do something for the 20 years, something huge.
They do, but would you resurrect the 10-year event?
No, I mean, no, not 10-year, but you make it the 20-year. 20-year anniversary, they're gonna have to do something huge.
They could tweak it. I don't know, but yeah. And there's other ones out there that are no longer available. I'm just mentioning those. Block Party. There's no more Block Party, so you can't get that one either. Can't get the Block Party icon. I know. There's only been a few gigas. There are gigas available though this year if you travel. There's one in Germany this year. So anyway.
So just to be clear again, when the GPS Maze VIP is Friday.
Yep.
And then open to everybody else Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I'm assuming the lines are going to be quite long, so they're going to sign up to register ahead of time and try to work through those lines.
Yeah, and there's a couple things that looking at it on the surface, I would suggest a couple things. And now, Jesse, you would probably agree with both of these. One is pony up the money, get a VIP. Now, I don't know the answer to an interesting question, which is if I buy a VIP package and I don't buy an extra VIP package and I bring Susan, can we both get in to the event? I don't know that yet. We'll find out.
So I have a guess on that.
Okay.
My answer is no. So
I think
you'll get in that third Friday, but they can't let +1. It can't be a +1 because there is a +1 VIP package. You'd have to buy that. But it's cheaper than buying 2 VIP packages. But for me, and I know people may not agree with this, but I've said this many times, right? I think this is super smart to have a VIP package and an actual benefit to it. Just like I've said that geocaching.com could monetize. I know they're good guys. They're not doing this.
Yeah.
Which is good why I'm not running it, because I would monetize that joker and you have to be buying webcams and everything else, right?
Right.
Businesses need to make money. Almost all of geocaching is free. So I don't know how they're even keeping their doors open, but
exactly.
But either way, at least this mega, and a mega is a pain. It's a mega pain to put on. They should be doing something to recoup some of these costs because they always lose money on these things.
Well, and this one in particular, because Texas Wesleyans, they're going to do it for free. They're going to get their rental fee.
Yes, they're going to get paid.
Not that they're trying to gouge anybody, but they got costs, and if they're going to rent out space, you got to rent it. So,
and I think it's worth a VIP. It's a very rare icon. Yep. It'll be a lot of fun, even if you have the icon already. It's a very cool thing outside of the whole huge giga / mega that's happening in all those events that we're going to hit later when it gets closer to time. But just from what we know about past events, we know this one's going to be good and rare and cool. And I think we'll get more information as it gets closer to. I'm pretty sure they're going to let us at least have some idea of what it's going to be like. As time gets closer and they cement certain things. So,
and we're going to do a full Geo Woodstock show closer to Geo Woodstock.
But
let me get back to, I've got one other idea. So you've got buying the VIP package at least, however you feel like you want to do that. Another one is you can volunteer to help. So
smart.
I know that's kind of, and I know it's kind of maybe backdoor, but if you legitimately spend whatever time they want you, so if you volunteer some of your time to help on one of those days, obviously you've got the icon, you get the whole thing. Now,
well, I mean, honestly, isn't that what volunteering is all about?
Yeah.
Seeing what you can get out of it.
See what you can get out of it. No.
Oh no, that's not right. Seeing what you can help. I said that wrong.
It's a perk. It's a perk for being able to help.
That's right. Volunteering is about the perks.
Yeah. So now, no, it's not. It's you volunteer. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do a whole.
Here's one other suggestion. Wednesday night, have a few of us meet down there and get some burglary tools. And we can get in that joker first. We can have FTF on the GPS maze. If you're with me, just meet me at midnight on Wednesday night, right before it opens Thursday.
Sneak into
our standard geocaching bag will probably get us in the building.
Right.
I have enough tools in that thing.
Get all these photos of us running around. Look at us.
Like flashlights in front of our face, like evil laughing.
Right. Post all these photos.
That's good, Yeah.
All right.
Now we've corrupted everything.
I know we have. There's a couple things additional I want to mention, and that is the different ways or different. Wow, they've even added more people now. So another one that's kind of cool is the Friends of Fort Worth GPS Maze, and some of our patrons have been mentioned there, and a bunch of other cool people that we know. One Kind Words on there, Scrabble Hounds, Boomer Buckeyes, a bunch of other people. I love some of the names: Ground Squirrel and Chunky Chipmunk.
Looks like you get a lot of stuff for that, though.
Yeah. So you get some pretty cool stuff. So I know it seems like a lot, but for some people, this is kind of cool because you do get a lot of cool stuff. You get $100. You can become a friend of the Fort Worth GPS Maze. Access to the GPS Maze. You get a Texas Exhibit Geocoin, the regular edition one and the special edition. So if you love geocoins, that's two of the coins, plus the USA Exhibit Geocoin and the USA Exhibit Geocoin Special Edition. You get a T-shirt with the cool logo.
I'm absolutely getting a T-shirt with the logo. Even if I don't get all the rest of the stuff, I'm getting that. Yeah.
It's got the maze on it. It's got a maze and it's got the cow thing on it. It's cool. Recognition on a banner at the event. It's kind of cool. And then recognition on the front page of the GPS website. And there's a bunch of people that have already done that, by the way. If you go there, the friends, like I said, a bunch of people out there. It's kind of cool. Nikul, VIP Adventures, TX Diva, and Darkstar. I'm familiar with those folks. So anyway, they're local Texas geocachers. So yeah, I like the icon. That's kind of cool. But all right, so
Gas Station Tuna said, "Is any word on if this could push Geo Woodstock to a giga?" So that's one of those things that they're not supposed to talk about. So I'm going to say yes. I think it's going to. Because we're not supposed to be talking about that, and nobody from the event can say that. Nope, because they'll get all kinds of hand slapped. And I'll have to tell that story on another show. But I got hand slapped big time for that, and it was my fault. I did wrong when I was part of the mega, but I kind of bent the rules a little bit. But it happens.
Was it?
Yeah. So I was wrong. I got called out on it, and it was my fault. But anyway, they can't say that. But I think this will make it good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell the story real fast. So
tell it real quick.
So I set up this event to launch. It mortified the people that were doing the event. I set up this event to launch the excitement. We had multiple events. We were setting up to launch and register people or whatever else. And I put the title of the event was upcoming Mega Geo Woodstock, announcement thing or whatever. Right. So I published it, and right after I published it, I changed it to the Giga. I got this mass email like, "You are not supposed to." I got the reviewer in a bind, and I got Geo Groundspeak was mad. I was like, crap.
Oh,
all the people in the event were like, "Hey, you got these dirty emails. You can't do that. They're going to pull our status." And I was like, crap. Leave it to me to cause problems.
I liked that event, and I thought there was at least 5,000 people there. I guarantee there was 5,000.
It was huge. It was a lot of fun too, and hot.
But they have certain rules about gigas in case people are wondering. They've got to get to 3,000 Willetins. They can't call it a giga until they get to 3,000 Willetins, and they've got they got quite a long way to go.
So everybody needs to get out there and register the Willetin because I need a giga icon.
Yeah, that's right.
Just for me. Do it for me. Somebody go make up 10 fake. Everybody that we know, go make 10 fake ones and do Willetins. Okay.
No.
You're not supposed to do that either? Okay.
No.
All right, don't do that.
No.
Nobody do that.
Do not do that. Ignore what Jesse just said.
Don't listen to anything on a 0.5 show.
Right.
Don't do any of the things that we've done.
That's not true either. Listen to all the first part.
Don't listen to anything Jesse says.
Well,
Gary's making it
part
right.
of it. Yeah. No, but legitimately you have to get to 3,000. And so we'll see. It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it does, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. There's enough stuff down there that's going to be awesome anyway. So.
Oh, yeah. I know. You're thinking selfishly if it got the Giga status, you could get you a Giga icon. So
you're right. I mean, 2 brand new icons that weekend.
Oh man, would that be awesome? That'd be
incredible. That's a party.
That would be.
That's an extra root beer.
And there's so many cool things going on. I mean, what's funny, just to kind of pull back the curtain a little bit, is Jesse and I are trying to work out. We want to have a Geocache Talk event, even if it's not an official.
And it probably won't be official because
it won't be official.
Yeah,
but we'll have our own soiree. But we got
to meet up with everybody that.
Yeah.
The whole Geocache Talk family, we want to meet up with everybody while we're down there. Yeah. I hope everybody gets to go down there, and we'll find a way to meet, even if it's between events, after events, early in the morning, whatever. We'll be around.
We're planning something, but the trick is fitting it in the right spot. So I mean, if you have a suggestion of fitting it into the right spot, obviously, email us geocachetalk@gmail.com. But it's tricky because NASCAR's on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
The handicapped running of the bulls is on Friday morning, which is kind of funny because it's not the running of the bulls, it's the walking of the bulls, the walking of the steers.
And there's the brewery event. Fun. Brewery
event.
I'm going to every one of those things.
Yep, brewery event on Thursday. They do a sort of a trail drive in the morning on Friday. They do it on Friday. It's sort of a geocaching event. Is for everybody to come out and do the to watch them cattle drive. They drive the cattle through downtown Fort Worth. Well, not downtown, but through stockyards at in Fort Worth. There's a rodeo Friday night. There's like I said, the NASCAR experience is Thursday. You can drive a NASCAR, or you can ride in a cool Cadillac. That they're going to stop on the side of the embankment at the Texas Motor Speedway. It's like a 24-degree, so you're they're going to stop it so you can get a feel for.
Yeah, I'm all over that. I am absolutely doing that.
And you go through a little training. You get to drive. I forget how fast you get to go, but I know. Funny, Electric Water Boy is always joking about don't put him into the wall. But
if he's out there at the same time, we're playing bumper cars. I'm gonna turn right. Don't mess everybody up.
No, you turn left only.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, bad. So anyway, we're gonna we'll fit in to this whole thing. We'll squeeze it in a nice spot. A Geocache Talk event.
Hey, can we talk about that other thing yet, or we can't talk about it yet? At the event.
Which thing are you talking about?
The thing that we're doing.
Oh yeah,
can we not talk about that yet?
Yeah, we talked about it we talked about it on the pre-show.
But we didn't really give any details on it. So we'll give some details later on the big show.
Yeah.
We got to save something for the next show, right?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do in case you were wondering, let me tell you what the we're doing what day are we doing this? Let me double check. I want people to know in case they want more information. Listen every week, obviously, but we're doing the Woodstock show. I think it's in March. Let me find it. Here it is. No, it's in April. April 7th. We're gonna do our Geo Woodstock preview show, full blown preview show that day. So anyway, all right.
Cool.
Well, I think
thanks everybody for jumping in on a quick, unannounced, surprise 0.5 show with all accurate information and bad suggestions.
That's awesome. Yes. Don't listen to part of what Jesse said, but don't do what he did.
Don't do what I say or do. Don't do either one of those.
Go register your will attend, and
1,300 others.
And also, you need to go register your will attend whenever they haven't had the GC code's not out yet. I assume it'll be out soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be good for the maze. Can I say it? Should I be cheesy? It's gonna be amazing.
All right, Zach.
All right, so again, so we hope you enjoyed this little 0.5 show tonight. Email us your comments, suggestions for what we should do for our little Geocache Talk event at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us follow Geocache Talk on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, facebook.com/Geocache Talk. The show can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, as well as the Geocache Talk website. I will get the show notes up tonight. I'm sorry, I forgot to do the ones for last night, and I'll get tonight's up. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button below so that you can ring that bell so you'll see and hear whenever we do crazy shows in the middle of the week without any notification at all,
or planning or whatever,
or our regular show, which is Sundays at 8 p.m. That's like clockwork. Sundays 8 p.m. Or some random show like this one. Tell your friends about this crazy show. Get them involved in our chat room. Thank you, chat room, for being there tonight and for throwing some stuff in. Francis, thanks for the 1.5 show. You got it. Thanks everybody for being there tonight in the chat room. We love you guys, and it's always great that you're there to help answer. I want to mention real fast that they were asking like, well, what about questions? And in Sunday you were like, well, we had questions, but the chat room just answers all the questions for them. So
we definitely have the chat room with like the most engaged people. They have the knowledge and they have everything else. So
they do, most informed, and
oh yeah, absolutely,
so much willing to help one another out and answer any questions. So, all right, until not this Sunday, but next Sunday, when we talk about nanos versus ammo cans, this will be fun, the battle royale. Until then, don't just talk about geocaching. You need to go log your Wheel of Tens, and then also you got to go geocaching. Good night, everybody.
Good night.